This video is sponsored by Thermaltake, creators of RGB keyboards, cases, fans and coolers. Check them out using the link in the description below. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be reviewing this TR2 S power supply. Let's get started.
Yeah, let's get started. So, thanks for the intro, Will. That was an awesome intro. And let's get on with this. So we're going to unbox this thing and tell you a little bit about this power supply. This is the 700 watt variant. The TR2 S series range from 500 watts to 700 watts. And this is the 700 watt. Now, let's, I think I'm going to leave the unboxing to you. Is that all right?
Thank you.
So I'm going to give you
Thank
that.
you very much.
Let's see you unbox this thing.
And then we'll speed up this bit. Okay. I'm believing that this is quite hard. Or not. Oh my god.
Okay, thank you for that, Will. Well done. So we have the good old silicone gel. If you don't know what silicone gel is, it absorbs the moisture within a product. So you probably find this in most electrical products. Don't eat it. It does say it on there. Don't eat it. Put it in the bin. You don't want it.
I was just going to ask if you could say it for me.
There we go. So, we have the... Wow, this thing is huge and we're not even into the products yet.
Oh my god. And these are...
Okay, that tells you how to connect all the connectors on the board, but we're going to be really nice and we're going to show you how to connect a power supply up as well. So don't worry about that. We're going to tell you what you need to do.
Just rip those apart. Yeah, totally. So heavy. But luckily I have muscles.
Do you want me to say that?
Just knock it on the floor.
Okay.
Or put it.
So you get a kettle lead, bog standard kettle lead. Nothing special about that.
Goodness. This thing's super hard.
Want some help?
No thanks.
Okay, what we're going to do, because we don't want to actually scratch our table, we're going to use this to rest our power supply on.
Oh yeah, good idea.
So if you want to lie that down, Will.
It's kind of broken up.
So the power supply comes with it's supposed to be a very quiet 120mm fan. So
I want to hold it.
And obviously on the back you've got huge, big space there for the airflow. And obviously the power connector, nothing special, standard power supply stuff on the back. All the cables are fully braided.
And there's a little bit of, there's this little plug-in bit which turns it on and off. Let's turn it off for now. Because otherwise we might get
very
electrocuted.
safety conscious, if you will.
Ready? Ready? If I turn it on, it's going to electrocute. I'm not joking, that actually electrocuted.
No. Okay, so now we've unboxed it, Will. What do you think of your first power supply? This is probably the first time you've ever seen a power supply.
No, I've seen loads.
Okay, so what do you think about this one?
It's bigger than I've ever seen. It's the biggest one.
Excellent. It's actually a normal size power supply. So let's show you what connections it's got on it. And for that, if you can undo that for me while I find the information. No. If you just twist, I'll show you. Look, if you just twist that. Yeah. You don't
untwist it.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Untwisty-wisty.
So if you just untwist that. Perfect. Yeah. Nice.
Wait, anti-clockwise is undoing, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
So anti-clockwise.
Normally, yes.
Hey!
Okay, well done. Okay, so you want to show the folks all the different connections on it?
Yeah, totally. So we got some connections here, connections there, connection Okay, you do it. I don't know what to speak about.
Right, so I'm going to show you. In fact, when we plug this in, we're actually going to plug it into a motherboard, and we're going to test. We're going to test the noise level on it. Unfortunately, I don't have a noise meter. I don't have a multimeter to actually test how pure the voltages are on this. So I can't do any of that kind of testing. So I'm going to relay the information that I've got about the power supply to you guys, and then you can make up your own mind. So this power supply, before I show you these connections, has a maximum 86% efficiency. It's an 80 plus certification. So you know that the voltages are going to be pretty damn stable. The maximum is 86, and that's with about, let me just check here because I can't actually remember, 86% efficiency at about 50-60% load. The chances of anyone fully loading this, unless you're mining, is pretty slim anyway. So 700 watt for most medium, mid, spec builds. On this one, we have, if I can get you to hold them up, Will, if I read them out, because they're here, look, we're reading it off the crib sheet that we prepared earlier, that we're totally not prepared. This is probably the worst
video ever.
No, it's not the worst video ever. We're trying it in a more natural way. We're not going to be, we're not reading from a script on this video.
We're just going to
do it as it comes. We're going to see what you guys think of it. And if you don't like this way, we'll change it back to how we used to do it. We're just trying different things. So anyway, this one is the main power connector. Okay, so this one plugs into your motherboard. Let me just go and get a motherboard a minute.
Yeah.
If you want to go through while I'm going to get a motherboard.
How do I zoom out?
You don't. I'll do that. There you go. So if you go and find those connectors and then tell the guys what they are, how many there is.
Okay, so there are 7 connectors. All of these slot connectors. That's brilliant to know. This little tiny one is the floppy connector.
So I'm gonna teach my boy a little bit about what all these things are for. Not very exciting, but I'm going to get him to plug them in, and we're going to show you guys where they plug into on the motherboard.
Yep.
It's very, very easy. So I'm just going to go through the connections on it. So we already know this one. I've already described this one. So this one is your main connector. This powers basically everything on the motherboard. It's not the only connection that's going to go to the motherboard. There is a 4 or 6 pin or 8 pin, I think. Let's see if we can find that. CPU power connector. That's not it. I think this is it. This one here. Right, so that's fine. We have, so these two, this is for your CPU power. This is a 12 volt connector. This is 4 plus 4 pins. As you can see there, it's got 8 pins altogether. There is one of those. This one is your motherboard pin connector.
Yep. And it's got 24 pins.
We're going to get Will to plug those in a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've looked at the 2 connectors that plug into the motherboard, and we'll get Will to look at those in a minute so we can show you guys where they go. Most of you guys will know, but there are people that don't even know how to plug a power supply in.
Like little kids.
Little kids should not be plugging in power supplies. Let me just make that clear. This is for adults only, and those competent to work inside a computer case.
Never touch a fan when it's on. Or...
Exactly, yeah.
It's just a warning. It's just a warning.
Never touch a fan when it's on. So we've shown you the connections for the motherboard. There are 2 connections for the motherboard. And we're going to show you some of the other connections briefly, very briefly. On this power supply, this is pretty much the same as any power supply. So this one here is 2 4-pin connectors. It's 4 plus 4, and this is for your GPU. So if you're going to use a discrete GPU in your case, in your build, that's what this one goes to. Being that this is a 700 watt power supply, you can still run quite happily, say, a 1070 Ti on it. I'm not sure what the spec is for the 1080 or the 1080 Ti. I guess you guys can check that out yourself. So the other things we have 6 serial ATA connectors on this power supply, 2 PCIe, the connections I just showed you. So this has 6 SATA connections on it, and 5 Molex connectors. Now, Molex is the name of that connection. and that will power old style devices like old mechanical hard drives, the really older ones. I mean, some SATA drives still have that type of power connector on it, and some CD drives still have that power connector on it. There's not really much that uses those anymore, so I don't know why they've got 5 on there, but they give you 5 with this one anyway. As I said, this is a mid-range, so this is kind of an upgrade power supply. If you're planning to upgrade your system and you've got slightly lesser power supply, say you've got I don't know, maybe you've got a 500 or 550 and you want to upgrade your graphics, you also need to upgrade your power supply as well. This one's probably a good way to go. It's not expensive. It's about £50-ish. They're also, I've seen it up to about 70, I think, in some places. I'll put a link in the description down below where you can purchase that, various places. So £50 for a 700 watt power supply that's supposed to be really quiet, and we'll test that in a minute when we plug it in. It's quite a good deal for an upgrade power supply. So back to what connections it's got. As I said, it's got 6 PCI connections. 6 SATA connections. So these ones here, these are for serial TA, so things like more modern hard drives, SSDs, and CD drives, if you are still rocking one of those. And that's pretty much all that's left. So that's all the connections out of the way. So this is nothing special. This is a very old Core 2 Duo. I don't even know what CPU's in it. At this point, it doesn't really matter. We're just going to show you, and I'm going to show Will where he plugs them in. So,
okay.
If you have a look at the motherboard, this is a motherboard.
Motherboard.
Where do you think that plugs into? Let me give you a tip. It's there.
That's a good tip.
Well done, you got it the right way around. I'm going to hold that steady while you push that in. Now you should hear a click when you push it. So you might need to wiggle it in a little bit. Go on, it's just me holding the thing. Don't worry about it flexing, it doesn't really matter. Not on this.
That's fine.
This is a proper build, we'd be doing this a bit more carefully, but we're not really. Okay, so that's not quite in. I'm going to show you here, this is how not to plug your power supply in. So we're giving you free advice here as well as reviewing this power supply. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. There's a gap between where the pins go into this socket here and the top of the socket. That needs to be completely closed. There must be no gap on that. If you try and power it on like that, it may not power on if they're not all connected, and you could cause, there is risk of fire or any number of things happening that are not good to your computer. So we're going to push that in a bit harder. So what you should hear when you push it down, can you just hold that for me to stop it swiveling around like that? That's it, thank you very much. Should hear a little click. Okay, that was a very little click. But that is now completely plugged in.
Powered.
Well, it's plugged in. It's not powered yet. It's not actually plugged into power. So as you can see now, there is no gap there between the top of the connector and the motherboard and the power connector there, which is great. We want that. That's perfect. That's how it should be. Now, the CPU power also requires a connector, such as this one. On this board, we only need 4 pins. It's not a high-end board. As I said, it's only Core 2 Duo of some description. So this one is going to go, we're going to separate this because we don't need both of those. And I don't know if there's room on this board to plug it in without taking it off. Right, now only one of those will fit into the CPU power connector. And I want you to plug that in. And it goes one way around.
Okay.
So it's got a little clip on it. And that must go to the side where the... See that there? Yeah?
Gap.
Okay, so if you plug that in...
That means there's 8.
Yeah, but we only need 4, so if you separate them... I know it's a bit tricky. And please do tell me if you need help. So you need to twist that round because it's the wrong way around.
Okay,
right?
That's a good start.
Yeah, that's fine. You're doing fine. I know it's tricky because it's... If it doesn't go in, then you've got the wrong one. And we need to give you the other one. So try that one. Yeah, I think you're right there. That's it. Nice one.
Can you please hold that one?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Wiggle it. That's it. I heard a little click there. That went in. You may not have picked that up, heard that on the camera.
Because it's so quiet.
Yeah, it's not a very good mic on the camera. We haven't got a boom mic yet. Oh, yeah. But that's it. You can pull that and it won't come up. Okay, brilliant. Job is a good one. So now we are going to put this on something, and then we're going to plug that in, and we're just going to see how noisy this thing is. So we'll be right back. Welcome back. So Will has plugged in everything that we need to get plugged in to fire this thing up. We're just going to show you how quiet this thing is. So it's going to be, it's not going to be under heavy load at all. It's just going to be booting from a hard drive. I have no idea what's on it. And we're just going to force boot this thing because there's no button connected. So I will do that, and you can tell me how noisy this power supply is.
Wait, I want to twist
under
it.
normal load. Well, I'll hold it, so we'll do it together, all right? Because there is power going in this now, so you need to be very careful.
Because we could get electrocuted.
You could. So we're going to do this. We're going to short this. This is simulating pushing the button on the front of your tower, even though I don't have a tower connected, a button connected. There we go. So it's booting up.
Because
Power supply is doing its thing. So how noisy is that power supply?
not that bad. The fan's a little bit noisy, but power supply is much noisier than the fan.
That's a hard drive.
Oh. the hard drive
Try
is
not
much.
to move it while it's spinning, all right?
The hard drive is much noisier than the fan.
There we go. It's actually already booted up, and that is from a normal SS, not even an SSD, so that's pretty quick. So let's just listen a minute. So I can actually hear my editing rig, which is over there, more than I can hear this thing. And mine is just sat there idle doing nothing at the minute. So that tells you something. You may not be able to pick it up on the camera. But anyway, if there's anything we've missed and you'd like to know more about this, then put your comments in the comment section down below. We will link to various places where you can buy this Thermaltake power supply. We're probably going to use this for our test bench. We're going to use this to test things as they come in for review. So on that note, I'm going to let Will do the outro. So on you, off you go.
Thank you. Thank you guys for watching this video. Like, subscribe, and click the little bell icon. And make sure to check out our merch. It's in the link in the description below. Again, the same thing that I said. And we'll see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you again soon. Hope this video was useful. Bye-bye.
Oh yeah, baby.